We had a really substantial information drop on last night's episode of More Pain. More Pain, of course, is one of the exclusive shows available only on Patreon. And we definitely want as many people as possible to learn about the information that Michael Moore and his team at True Pundit have been bringing forward. This is going to be the focus of Michael's book, Pain, How He Dismantled the FBI in Our Pajamas. And it's raised the question, a lot of people want me to release the video on YouTube free of charge. And it's a fair question. I just wanted to address it. Of course, the reason I created only on Patreon is because we were experiencing censorship on YouTube. And it's not just censorship coming from Google because of their left-leaning tendencies. We've seen that. We've seen remarkable collusion between economic and technological giants when Apple, Google, Spotify, all those companies got together and banned Alex Jones and InfoWars from social media platforms, and that's something we should all be concerned about. But I didn't create only on Patreon simply because I want money. Obviously, all of us have jobs and we earn money. We're living in a capitalistic society where, people tell me they want information to be free, and if I was doing this for the right reasons, I would pay for everything myself and put this information out. That's just simply not plausible because, shouldn't food be free? Shouldn't rent at your home or apartment be free? Shouldn't medical care be free? Shouldn't computers be free and the phone bill be free and all that stuff? But the fact is it's not, so I do need an income. And that's one of the reasons for only on Patreon. But the more important reason is avoiding censorship, not just from Google, but from those out there who don't want you to know that Bill Clinton, that George Bush, that Barack Obama, that Hillary Clinton all knew that Osama bin Laden was hidden in Iran. And not only did they not act on that information, they actively suppressed information coming from whistleblowers who wanted you to know about that. So there's people that want to censor that, and one of the techniques that they use is they have thousands of sock puppet accounts, fake accounts on YouTube, on Twitter, and they can inject their disinformation into the discourse by utilizing these fake accounts. So when we put that type of information on Patreon, where for $1 a month, as little as $1 a month, people can become paying sponsors, that makes it substantially more difficult for thousands and thousands of fake accounts to interject into the conversation or to complain about a video and post a strike on it. It disrupts the method that's being used to disrupt the delivery of the news. So for that reason, it's very important that we build a strong community on Patreon. And so if people go to patreon.com/crowdsourcethetruth, you can become a monthly sponsor and you're going to enjoy a variety of exclusive shows, More Pain being one of them. Now, Michael Moore is going to join me tonight for a recap of the information that he revealed last night. And frankly, it's information that's so stunning, I don't think I fully absorbed it when Michael was telling me. I watched the video back again last night, and it's truly staggering. But it's very important that people support Crowdsource the Truth and the various guests that I have on the Only on Patreon shows. And I want to address another question that's been coming up a lot. People have been asking me what happened to Quinn Michaels. Now, the show that I created with Quinn on Saturdays was the first show I created for Only on Patreon, and I did it because Quinn and I were particular targets of this harassment, this sock puppet, bot army, whatever they're doing, but these thousands of accounts that can downvote videos and manipulate the organic outcome of various YouTubers. So people who were subscribed to Quinn Michaels on Patreon or to Crowdsource the Truth on Patreon might have seen the episode where Quinn and I had a bit of a disagreement on air. He said something that I didn't like. And after the show, I called Quinn to discuss it. He didn't want to talk about it. He behaved in a way that I didn't think was reasonable. Several days passed. He wouldn't answer my calls. He wouldn't answer my texts. Doesn't want to talk about the disagreement. Told me to call him in a month. I wasn't so interested in that. I wanted to know what was going on, so we stopped talking. I reached out to him recently and suggested that we discuss this disagreement and try to overcome it, and he refused. So Quinn has terminated our interaction, our collaboration, and I'm as disappointed about that as anybody else, but, you know, that's how he wants to do it. So I hope that people will continue to support Quinn. I think he's doing extremely interesting and important research, and he said something recently that I wanted to bring up in this video, which is that one of the key techniques of propaganda is to have you believe that someone who is lying to you is telling the truth, and someone who is telling the truth is lying. That is really insightful and interesting. And Quinn's been researching a CIA operation. People should go to the Quinn Michaels channel on YouTube and check out what Quinn's been up to. I think it's very interesting, and I think it continues to provide information that's relevant to everything that we're talking about. People should also look at the people on the internet who are trying to get you not to watch Crowdsource the Truth. The same people who disparage General Flynn. Same people who make up lies about me. And the same people who have admitted in their own words on video that they are involved in an organized, monetized defamation and harassment campaign that is intended to get you to not support Crowdsource the Truth. So if you support things like that, then sure, send emails and post public messages against what we're doing to try to keep this going. But if you don't, and if you want this type of information to come out, it's extremely important that you support Crowdsource the Truth by going to patreon.com/crowdsource the truth for as little as $1 a month. You could also do $5 a month, $10 a month, whatever you like. But the other reason why I'm doing that is because I'm trying to change the way the business model for news works. I don't want corporate sponsors. I don't want YouTube advertisers. I want user-supported micro-sponsorship of the show. And remember, it's not a donation. It's not tax deductible. Crowdsource the Truth is not a 501c3. And if you like the show, you can sponsor it. I want to thank all the generous sponsors, and I'll be back later today. Thanks, everybody.